Hello everyone and welcome to my guide for my man Jaeyun, my boy Young Jay. So I honestly have no fucking idea what to make of Jaeyun, to be completely honest with you, but hey, I still got platinum with him, so I'm at least confident enough that I can play Greatsword well enough to make a guide on it. I just can't fucking decide if it's a fun weapon or not yet. At one moment it's the most fucking frustrating weapon I've ever fucking used, and the next I'm stringing mother freakers to the third circle of hell. Get it? Cause he's got a fat ass? Not even gonna lie with you, this dude packs quite a package. Anyway, I'm really horny and this is a guide for how to play Jaeyun. Jaeyun has 6 attack, 5 dexterity, 5 defense, and 6 speed, making his stats as round as his sweet, sweet fucking ass. His skins are Classic Jaeyun, your friend that says he's into techwear Jaeyun, Warlord Jaeyun, and Redditor Jaeyun. His weapons are a greatsword called the Finisher and a sword called the Cleaner. He's apparently a Korean dude that works as a mercenary with a gambling addiction according to his lore. I hope he's gambling away that sweet fucking ass because I want a taste. By the way, I'm not reading the fucking lore, so here, you can read it if you want to. Have fun, pal, have fun! Boys, girls, men, women, it's time for the coolest part of the video, okay? Take a big old guess as to what I could ever possibly be referring to. That's right, baby, it's time for the fucking rapid fire rundown. Rapid fire rundown. Rapid fire rundown. Rapid fire rundown. Welcome to my newish segment called Rapid Fire Rundown, a segment where I basically round up all the shitters and explain the basic mechanics of the game so you can go from like, what? To being some hot-ass stuff. Anyway, if you already know the basics of the game, then you can go ahead and skip using the timestamps in the description or on the timeline. Or if you want a third fucking option, you know, it's on the video right now. So, you can figure that out. I believe in you. You got this. Anyway, they don't call me Tyler Swift for nothing. This segment will last about as long as I last in bed, baby. Alright, cute stuff. Before we get into the weapons, I'm going to go ahead and define some terminology that you may or may not be familiar with. SIGs, also called signatures, are the heavy attacks that are different for every character in the game. Neutral SIG is where you don't move and press the heavy attack button. Side SIG is where you hold left or right while pressing the heavy attack button. And down SIG is where you hold down while pressing the heavy attack button. Repetitive? I'm not even getting fucking started, baby. Light attacks follow the same exact pattern but are the same for every legend that uses the weapon. So you have neutral light, side light, and down light. Light air attacks also follow the neutral side and down pattern but are in the air. Finally, there's a recovery and a ground pound. And these are also the same for every character that uses the weapon. So awesome. Spot dodges are referred to when you dodge in place, and if you spot dodge in the air, you'll do something called a gravity cancel, where your acceleration stops and you stand in place for a brief moment. This gives you a window to attack in the air as if you were grounded, allowing you to do things like SIG or do a normal neutral light. It combos a chain of attacks that you can't dodge out of, while strings are chains of attacks that you can dodge out of. A dodge read is where you predict where the other player will dodge after you attack to further hit them. There's my terminology. Keep it with you until the grave, you fucking piece of shit. Oh, how I have fallen. How I have fallen. Get this keyboard layout out of my fucking screen. 1638. Yeah, the new season hit a while ago, and I haven't gotten fucking platinum yet. Oh, he's playing Attack Haspian? I'm gonna want to kill myself. Thank you very much. Arigato gozaimasu, as a ninja would say. Now for probably the main reason why you're looking up a gosh darn guide for this dude in the first place, and that's his big old buster sword. Really makes you think what kind of package he's running underneath, you know what I'm saying? You know what you feel me? You know? So, as a certified good player, I believe I am the most qualified person to teach you how to be as much of a goddamn unit as Jaeyun is. Since it's a new weapon and all, we're going over the basics first. So, Greatsword acts a lot like how a traditional fighting game would act, but it's dumbed down a bit. You know, you gotta cater to that E rating somehow. You do a certain button combination to pull off a specific attack, but it's not nearly as complex as it is in fighting games, and is actually pretty damn intuitive. You have your first attack, which is a starting attack, and these are the same every single time. So if you do a neutral light there, or a neutral light fucking there, or a neutral light in my butthole, it will be the same exact thing. And then you have I'm gonna call it a connecting attack. I don't know what the fuck you actually call it. And a connecting attack is exactly what it sounds like. It's a connecting attack to connect to the finisher, Signature, which is the final attack. And this attack glows like fucking orange because this game fucking sucks and they like ugly colors over at Blue Mammoth Games. Now I'm gonna start talking about Greatsword strings, and because there's so many fucking strings that you can possibly do with Greatsword, I'm just going to list all the pros and cons of each attack with Greatsword and then tell you my favorite kind of strings at the end of whatever the fuck this is. And if you don't like them, then you can 1, go fuck yourself, and 2, you could just make your own. So there we are. First up is Neutralite, which is pretty fast and makes a swiping motion upwards which catches people in the air. Sidelight serves as a nice little poking mechanism, has a big hitbox, and is decently long, but it is slow so it's easy to punish. It can also be used for ledge guarding, or ledge camping if your name is Elliot. Downlight is completely fucking bonkers, baby. I like that word. Have you heard that word in a sec? You know? Bonkers. Okay, it's gonna be your primary engage for the most part because it's fast as fucking shit and has very good range. It's muy bien poppy, and the only time you really don't want to use it is whenever someone is floating or something, because obviously you're not gonna hit someone that is in the air with this attack, believe it or not. Next up is Side Air. It does have a big hitbox, and since it swipes downwards, it can be used pretty well for edge guarding, because you just keep those mother freakers down there, you feel me? You also can't string with it unless you land on the ground while you're using Side Air. Down Air is fucking nuts, just like Downlight is. All the downs are just the best. It's basically a fucking instant attack, man, okay? If you land this shit, you are landing shit, you know? You feel me? It's very good for ledge guarding. The only way that you can possibly be punished by this is if they're right next to you and you decide to Down Air for some reason, or since it kind of sticks into the ground whenever you Down Air on the ground, you have a little bit of a stun frame window there that you can get punished with. So just don't fucking suck, and you should be able to spam the shit out of this. Nice. Neutral Air is also very good. It gives me the same kind of energies as Blaster's Nair because it's very fast, has a big ass hitbox, and has priority basically over like everything ever, and you can even land it on the ground. Its hitbox is so big. The only downside to it is you can't string with it. Maybe you can string it like on the ground. I don't know, I haven't tried that, but you know, you'll be seeing gameplay of me stringing Neutral Air if that is the case. Something I'd like to talk about just before I go into the connecting attacks is that you can chase dodge or backdash and cover every single dodge in the game, and that is why Greatsword is so fucking good right now, because as long as you read them correctly, they can't dodge out of your shit. So yeah, that's fun. Anyway, connecting attacks. So Neutralite is the fastest of the attacks, so use this for the most consistent strings of your kit. And as I was saying with the chase dodge stuff, if you hit this and then you chase dodge, you can do a nice little dodge read and then get a full string going afterwards. Silent has a lot of range and it's pretty fast, and it's useful if you aren't close enough on your starting attack to hit someone, or you're not going to hit like any other attack, so you just go for this to try to reach. Downlight's alright. It's mainly used to kind of stick to someone whenever you're trying to string them, and has a tall hitbox and is reasonably safe, but it is pretty slow though, so make sure you're gonna hit it. Now let's talk about finishers. Neutralite causes you to jump up and swipe, which does fast and decent damage, probably the fastest as well, and it can punish people above you or just hit them sometimes, which is pretty fun. There are 2 types of sidelight finishers. If you do double sidelight or downlight sidelight, you'll get this, and it's fast and it has a lot of distance, and it can also kill pretty well because you hit someone straight horizontally instead of like Neutralite finisher where it hits them at an angle, so you have a higher chance of killing. You feel me? You feel me? You feel me? Anyway, the other variation of sidelight is after you do a Neutralite into sidelight. It's basically the same thing as first sidelight, but it's a little harder to get consistently low dodge frames with. Now, there are 3 different types of downlights, so take notes, baby. The first one's the kind of Garen spinny move, and you can do this if you gravity cancel and downlight for a really fucking toxic attack, man. Like, this hits behind you and shit, so if you want to be a complete fucking dick, just gravity cancel downlight, right? And then just watch at where you can fucking hit this shit, okay? They're gonna be telling you to kill yourself faster than you can blink, baby. This is the only attack that protects your backside from getting hit. So, you know, if they're dodging behind you, this is probably your best bet to not get hit. The second downlight's after you land a Neutralite connecting attack, and this does the most damage and has the most force out of all the finishers. The downside to it is that it's slow, and it's very slow. So you might want to practice this one in some training so you at least have like manageable dodge frames, because if they just fucking spam dodge all day, they'll probably dodge out of it. So be careful with it. But if you do land it, the fucking reward is pretty fucking juicy. I think you can kill it like high orange or something very, very, very nice. Now, the third downlight's after you land sidelight, which is probably the most dog shit attack on Greatsword. It's slow as shit, easy to dodge, and its only use is like punching people off a ledge, but that is very hard to do. Now I'm going to talk about ground pound and recovery, which are kind of just two sides of the same coin. There's a little dead zone where Jaeyun is, so people can stay to that side, say like they're on the wall there. If they just hug the wall and you ground pound the wrong direction, you're just going to miss awfully, and you're probably going to get punished because there's a lot of stun frames. And speaking of fucking dying, you can also end up killing yourself if you use it too aggressively, because recovery isn't the best with Greatsword, and it's very, very easy to kill yourself. And as I think I said before, if someone is like hugging the wall against your ground pound, you can kind of bait out them thinking, oh yeah, I'm gonna ground pound, but then actually down air. That's a nice little strategy. And then since they have to go on the wall, then you just turn your ass around and ground pound the ledge, and then they can't do anything. Then you just completely freak on that ninja, you feel me? Now, recovery is basically ground pound, but it goes up. Wow, awesome. It's a very good attack, and it's very hard to punish, so just have fun spamming that in every game ever. Yeah, yeah! Okay. Hit land! Sig! No! So fuck you, bitch, fuck you, bitch. Okay. Down here. No! Okay. I didn't realize that I was playing a shit game, but, you know, now that I look at it like this, understandable. Alright, so something else that I would like to mention that's very important on Greatsword is the idea of using your chase dodge to cancel out of your starting it, or like an attack string, right? So, like if I do a side light there, and then do a neutral light, I'm doing the fucking connecting attack still, right? But if I chase dodge after it, if I can do it correctly. Boom. That was another starting attack there. And so you can probably guess why this is fucking crazy. First of all, it's a fucking insane ass dodge read, right? So like, let's say I set this person to fucking dodge, you know, we can even do up. Let's say right. Okay. If I do side light here, chase dodge, boom. Catches them still, right? So they dodge away from you. Bitch, suck my dick. It's fucking toxic, right? But if they do it normally, you know, it doesn't land. This is so ridiculous. So yeah, basically, this is what fucking makes it nuts. This is why everyone's playing fucking Greatsword right now. Right there. I'm pretty sure. You might be, you know, there's a couple other reasons too, but you know, that's a big one. Like, look at that. Look at that. That is... Yep. And then you can just do 3. Watch this. Watch this. Alright, hold up. Yeah, that's fun. That's fun. Yeah, turn your 3-hit string max to 4 real quick. You know? And this also freaking can fuck up people's timing. They're used to you just doing the same old fucking 3-attack thing like that. Yeah. Fuck. This is like the hardest part of Greatsword, though, even though I said it was easy. Because my ego took over there. I'm not going to go over every single fucking possible thing that you can do with this, though, by the way. Now, here are some strings that you can use that aren't just like combinations of the starting attack, connecting attack, and the finishing attack. So after landing your neutral light finisher, you can do neutral air afterwards, which you can really only do in the neutral game. How many times did I say neutral? Quite a bit. But it's very fast and it gives some extra damage, so that's nice. And it's really only doable after you do double neutral light and go straight into the finisher without a connecting attack because of where it displaces the person. But if you do want an alternative for something that is like downlight neutral light, then you can use side air instead, and it acts the same exact way, but it's a little harder to land, and you can also down air afterwards for a little bit of like a jump read or something. It has varying degrees of success, but when you do land it, it's a good day. It's a good day for winning. There's also neutral light recovery, which is a pretty fucking toxic string that you land quite a bit, and that is from my experience in high gold and low platinum, so take that however you want, depending on your skill level. And then to add a little bit of spice to that recovery string, you can also add a neutral air at the end of it to do some extra damage, and also just make them fucking quit the game forever. Now for side light finisher, as I said before, the chase dodge shit, you can do side light, chase dodge, down light, which is boom, 2 strings if they dodge and shit, and it's a lot of fun. Now here's just random shit that I spam in my own games. So downlight is fast and very easy to do. I also like doing side light and then waiting and then doing another side light, which is a nice little bait. Little jabaiter. Makes him think, oh, I give up. But in reality, you know, that's just what you wanted them to think. Then you have down air, down light, which is really easy to do, and it's fast, and it doesn't last long, and it's harder to punish than other shit. Down air, neutral light, down light is a very nice kill string because there is a lot of not many dodge frames happening there, except for the down light at the end there, but that's the part of the kill. You feel me? That is the most dodgeable part of the string there. Everything else has like 1 dodge frame, so you should not be missing the first 2/3 of that attack. And then finally, this is going to be really boring, but I do neutral light to challenge people in the air. All right, so guess who fucking forgot to talk about SIGs? me. So we're going to go over it live style, baby. Real quick, just because there's not much to fucking talk about with SIGs. Anyway, with Greatsword, right, you got side SIG, and then you got down SIG, and then you got neutral SIG here. So what's really cool about these SIGs, or what's really not cool, depending on if you're playing Jaeyun or you're not playing Jaeyun, is if you go off the ledge or some shit, the attack changes a little bit because you don't have anywhere to fucking smash the ground, and you do this like cool little wind sweeping motion instead of just like this kind of frontal assault. You feel me? I want you to give me a frontal assault. And then you can do that down SIG too, and it makes it bigger. All that good stuff. And honestly, that's the only time when the SIGs are any good. Like, sometimes you might catch people out with the side SIG if you do a good read or some shit like that, but you're not gonna just land this shit willy-nilly like you would with fucking, I don't know, Artemis side SIG or some shit. But like, if you're trying to snipe a ninja off a ledge, a good option is just to fucking side SIG there, because it doesn't have too many recovery frames when you're in the air, that is, you know. Like, it's atrocious when you're on the ground, because it takes fucking forever to get out of the way, so you're basically 100% getting punished for it. But when you're in the air, a little harder to get hit. Just don't do it against a scythe, maybe, and you're good. Down SIG's the same thing. Great for edge guarding, not much else. One would think that you could do some fucking style points and like try to jump over someone and hit this, but in reality, it's way too fucking slow and you jump not very high. So it's not exactly like an Ember Bow down SIG. It's more like a dog shit SIG that you don't ever use. The only good SIG, in my opinion, on Greatsword is this fucking neutral SIG. It covers basically the entirety of you. The only weakness is behind it, so don't fucking, you know, SIG right here, and you should be alright. This is great for when someone's in the air and trying to hit you. It's great whenever you're trying to bait out a ground pound from someone. They ground pound you right here. Hit them with one of those. And yeah, and the recovery frames are low enough to where you can just dodge out if you miss. So there you are. There's the rundown of the SIGs for Greatsword. So in general, you're going to want to save your finisher attacks to when you can actually hit them, because they're very, very punishable, and anybody who knows half of what they're doing is going to be waiting for you to do that to punish you. So avoid using it unless you have a reason to. The weapon is very slow, and it's easy to punish, especially against shit like a spear, bow, and lance. It's not impossible to play against them, since Greatsword is nuts. Just don't spam the same attack over and over again, and you should be alright. And also, to take advantage of the fact that finishers are your weakness, you can use it to kind of bait out baits, basically. So just pretend, oh, I'm totally gonna do a finisher here, and then they're just gonna try to punish your ass, but then you're like, yo, what up? And then you shit on them. I'm just objectively better in every sense of the way. Shitter. Fuck. Oh, fuck you, cunt. Fuck you, bitch. You smell bad, dude. Oh, fuck you. There you are. And that's how we do it in Los Angeles. I live in fucking Colorado. Now let's talk about sword. Yeah, let's go. So the attack that has the most combo potential is definitely downlight on sword, because it's your setup, but it's a very like high risk, high reward kind of attack because it has very, very shit range and is easy to punish. So use this only whenever you have a damn good reason to do so. But when you do, baby, you get to show off what you fucking done training, baby. You get to show them all of the strings, all the combos, everything like that. So the first combo that I would learn is downlight side air. It's a true combo that's nice for killing people at high damage, since you go straight to the side and you don't have to SIG. Awesome. Luckily, your sig with Jaeyun is kind of nuts, so it doesn't really matter. Next up is downlight down air, and I think this does the most damage out of all the basic downlight true combos. You can also use this to punt someone off the ledge, but you won't really kill them unless you have just fucking insanely high damage, and you're probably just looking for a side air or something at that point anyway. You have downlight recovery, which is another kill combo. That's a kill combo. Nice. It kills more consistently than downlight side air, so I would use that as your main kill combo. You also have downlight neutral air, which takes some practice to get used to. I find the best way to land it is to hold up and left or right at the same time to get it true. I don't really know how to describe it. Just watch how I fucking, you know. Watch my keys, dog. Watch my keys, and you'll see what's up. Downlight ground pound is a fantastic punt. I don't think it's true, but it's pretty damn fast, and you'll kill pretty fucking early with this. Downlight gravity cancel sidelight is a spot and side dodge read, though it's not very useful because it doesn't do very much damage. I only mention it because some asshole's gonna tell me in the comments that I didn't mention it, so there you are. Downlight gravity cancel neutral light is a combo that works as a spot dodge read, and that's very nice. Now here are some more complex strings with downlight. You have downlight down air gravity canceled neutral light. You have downlight down air side air, downlight down air gravity cancel downlight recovery, which is probably the earliest kill string that doesn't use SIGs. Downlight down air gravity cancel downlight down air neutral air, and that neutral air can be replaced with side air as well if you feel like it. And if your opponent sucks humongo fucking Moby Dick, then you can do downlight down air side air dodge downlight down air side air, or combinations including downlight down air side air dodge downlight recovery and downlight down air side air dodge downlight nair. Sidelight neutral light's a nice string, and you can also do neutral light side light. Just take your fucking pick, and this is a pretty consistent string. If you hit someone with a ground pound on the ground, you can follow it up with a recovery if the other person has high enough damage on them, and it can be true. Not often, but it can be. Sword neutral light and side air are very good for edge guarding, so do that when the time arises. Another thing you can do with side light is gravity cancel and then side light, which is so fun. So much fun. The most fun, one would even say. I would say. I would personally say it's the most fun. Alright, so we did it with fucking Greatsword, and we gotta do it with, good old swords. So here we are. Here are the signatures for Jaeyun's sword. So there's side sig. There's down sig. And there's neutral sig. So, here, this time, the shit sig is down sig. Everything else is good. This down sig, there's just no fucking range to it. It's slow. I don't remember a time I've hit this. Like, straight up, this is the most fucking, like, specific use case sig I've ever used in my fucking life. If, let's see, what is the... Okay, so if you're going against another sword and they neutral light you, you can down sig and dodge it and then hit them. But yeah, it's dog shit. Don't ever fucking use it. But side sig is fantastic. It is fucking fast as shit. Faster than I fucking come in bed. Already made that joke in this video, but we're going again. Recovery frames, very low for a sig. Still pretty high, but very low. Don't do this like right there and miss, and you shouldn't get punished for it. You know, great for killing people. Another thing I like to do is gravity cancel side sig like that, so then you can catch on a jump. Also, you can bait them into thinking that you're not gonna side sig. All that good stuff. Neutral sig, a little less useful, and something that always throws me off is that Jaeyun jumps in front of, like, himself a little bit there, and so you're going to want to be facing the direction that someone is. But it has a lot of active frames, reasonably hard to punish, and just really nice to fucking kill people with. You can gravity cancel in the air and hit it up there, and all that shit. I think it might be able to outlast a fucking spot dodge. Let me check that, actually. Yep, definitely outlives it, so that's nice. So, yeah, there you are. There's Jaeyun SIGs. Actually, wait, hold up. One string that I actually do use with the SIGs is side SIGs, or side light side SIG. It's a nice dodge read, and it kills since you're pushing them to the side of the map there. You can also do this with, like, side light, or side air, obviously, which is cool. A little more awkward, but whatever. You can do this if you really wanted to. You can probably do it with this too, if I'm doing the right attack. Hold up. You could do that too, for whatever reason. But yeah, that's about the extent of these SIGs and what you can do with them. Not the most useful SIGs, but a lot of them are good enough And I mean, when you have his fucking weapon set and his stats, is it really that bad that you have a couple shitty SIGs? I don't think so. So there you are. Back to fucking Tyler from the past, baby. Let's go, let's go, let's go. The usefulness of Sword mainly comes from its speed and reliable strings. Even though you can't really do any ridiculous off-of-map shit with like Scythe, Lance, or Cannon, you're able to chip away at health very, very easily and have some consistent punts to top it all off. Generally, you're going to want to use that superior speed to hit your opponent and chip them down before you finish them off with a downlight ground pound, downlight recovery, or downlight side air, depending on your situation. Alternatively, you can also use your strings, mainly Jaeyun's side sig, but I guess neutral sig you could maybe land as well, and good luck hitting down sig, pal. Sword struggles the most against guns, lance, and spear just because it lacks the range to really fight against it, and so the only way I really feel like you can fight against these weapons is by playing pretty passively and just waiting for them to fuck up and then, you know, hitting them with it, and then you should do alright, but I wouldn't try to fucking challenge people head on. Because you're not going to have a good time. For blasters, though, the passive playstyle doesn't really work because blasters are kind of the fucking king of being passive as shit and just generally, like, being smelly. So, you're going to want to switch shit up and, like, try to be a little bit of aggressive there. Hit them before they can hit you, that type of beat. And that's the best way I've found to go against blasters. But honestly, I would just switch to Greatsword at that point because it's really fucking annoying to use sword into blasters if they know what they're doing. Your only main advantage is by like sitting in between the dead zone that blasters has with like neutral light and side light and all that good stuff. Maybe you have a chance of hitting then. It's still not very fun. So I'm gonna tell you why they call me the ninja of Facebook gaming. Real quick. Yep. Definitely a certified Facebook ninja. Yep. I hate gauntlets with a passion. Anyone who plays gauntlets, stop watching. Stop watching the video and fucking dislike the video. End it all. Don't ever be a part of my channel ever again. Fucking you dumb fucking bitch. Oh, yeah! Yeah, definitely not a good game. Definitely not a good game. You see, like, if this was a good game, this game would let me win. But, you see, that is not the case, because this is a shitter's game. This is a game for shits. For fucking these horrors that just wait for me to attack. Oh, yes. Yes, I forgot. This game's for fucking shits and giggles. Okay, yeah, definitely not a good game. Yep, bad game, definitely not a good game. Alright, so in conclusion, after editing through this video, I think I don't like Greatsword. You know, it's a very, very fucking good weapon, and borderline busted, or is busted at times, but it's just not very fun. Like, it's slow as shit. It's not very satisfying to play, you know. Your attacks kind of feel like light. They don't really feel as heavy as you'd think a fucking Greatsword would feel. It just feels like a shitty scythe. Feels like a shitty axe. Feels like a shitty sword. It's like all the not fun parts of those weapons combined, except for scythe. Like, the only fun time I'm ever having with fucking Greatsword is whenever I'm winning with Greatsword. I'm not just fucking dicking around with Greatsword and having a blast, you know? It just doesn't work that way. Though that could be the game's fault itself. Not very fun. But, you know, very good weapon. Pick it up. He's got great sigs. He tickles your balls a little bit. He's got a fat ass. Highly recommend if you like winning the game and don't like playing Lance. Anyway, that's it with this guide. It's long as shit, because Greatsword has so much shit to it, and I could have fucking added more shit with, like, the gravity the like, chase dodge, starting attack cancel shit, but I didn't, and it's, like, 25 minutes long, so, anyway, hope you enjoyed, and I'll catch you later. Oh, man. Like, I've played some bad games. I mean, I fucking play League. But, like, this game takes the cake, okay? At least I can win in League. This game, no siree. I can smell the weak shit from the potpourri. Yeah. Alright. If you get the reference, make sure you like, favorite, and subscribe.